Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today, we'll be talking about how a ruthless syndicate took the life of an accounting officer at the Gauteng Department of Health. Tembisa, South Africa. Babita Deokaran was a senior financial official at the Gauteng Department of Health. Colleagues described her as honest, meticulous, and deeply committed to her work. In early 2021, Babita noticed something unusual. Invoices. Hundreds of them began arriving from Tembisa Hospital. Most were from small suppliers she had never heard of, and the amounts were strange. 14 million rand for skinny jeans, almost 500,000 rand for gloves, 1 million rand for bandages, 850,000 rand for coffee sachets. Many of these companies were newly registered. Some shared the same addresses. Others didn't exist at all. As Babita dug deeper, she realized the payments at Tembisa Hospital had already exceeded 2 billion rand. To understand what Babita uncovered, we need to understand how the syndicate operated. Investigators later discovered that dozens of companies, some nothing more than shelf entities, were being used to drain money from the hospital. The pattern was consistent. Register a company, change the name so it sounds medical, use contacts inside the hospital to get on the supplier list, submit inflated quotations, and get paid very fast. Millions were transferred within days. Many of the so-called offices were empty rooms, township stands, or locked garages. Some invoices charged the hospital 400 rand for a loaf of bread, 5,000 rand for a mop, 80,000 rand for curtains that were never delivered. It was corruption on an industrial scale. When Babita flagged the suspicious payments, she advised the department to stop them immediately. At first, her warnings were ignored, but as she escalated her concerns, the payments were eventually frozen, and someone noticed. Suppliers began asking who was blocking the money. Inside the hospital, there was sudden panic. Babita confided to friends that she believed she was being watched. She had seen the same car outside her home multiple times. She has received death threats. Strange men were lingering near her gate. Still, she pressed on. She believed doing the right thing mattered. On the morning of the 23rd of August 2021, Babita dropped off her daughter at school and returned home. As she pulled into her driveway, a white BMW approached. Gunmen stepped out, and within seconds, they opened fire on Babita. 12 shots were fired into her car. She died instantly. Babita paid the ultimate price for exposing corruption because she stood up for the truth. South Africa was shaken, but investigators quickly discovered this was no robbery. It was a planned assassination. On about 26th August 2021, just 3 days after the murder, 6 suspects were arrested in a coordinated operation. The arrests were carried out by multiple law enforcement units, including the Political Killings Task Team, Serious Crime Unit, Tactical Intelligence Units, and other law enforcement agencies. According to police, during the arrest, they recovered 2 firearms and 2 vehicles which they believed were connected to the crime. The suspects revealed that they had tracked Babita for weeks. They were given her address, photographs, and her schedule. It is alleged that they were hired by powerful individuals connected to the hospital. Others said they were told Babita was interfering with business. As investigators returned to the documents she flagged, the scale of the corruption became undeniable. She had uncovered a massive network worth more than 2 billion rand. The corruption at Tembisa Hospital wasn't just about money. It was about stealing the resources meant for the poor. Medical equipment were paid for but never delivered. Medical wards with no beds for patients. Patients are turned away due to shortage of resources. While the syndicate enriched themselves, the hospital suffered. A later forensic report described the fraud as massive and coordinated. Babita's death forced the country to face a painful truth. South Africa does not protect whistleblowers, even when they save lives and billions of rands. The Tembisa Hospital corruption scandal is more than a financial crime. It is the story of courage, sacrifice, and the deadly cost of integrity. Babita Deokaran exposed the truth. She stopped hundreds of millions in fraudulent payments. Her legacy continues to push South Africa toward accountability. But the final question remains: will the masterminds behind the 2 billion rand syndicate ever be brought to justice? Only time will tell. If you enjoy this video and want to see more of our future videos about crime in South Africa, please hit the subscribe button.